At my graduation dinner, my dad laughed and said, "You're old enough now, start paying rent or move out." At 23, I just graduated college with honors. A moment I worked myself to the bone for. It should have been pure celebration, a triumph. Instead, at our family dinner, my father raised his glass, flashed that all too familiar smile, and delivered an ultimatum that felt like a punch to the gut. "Congratulations, but you are old enough to pay rent or get out." My mother, as always, just nodded silently beside him. What they didn't know was that I'd been planning for this moment for months, and I already owned my own house. Oh, the look on their faces the next day? That would be worth every single penny I painstakingly saved. From the outside, we looked like the quintessential middle-class American dream. A 4-bedroom house in a nice Pennsylvania neighborhood. My dad, Robert, a senior systems analyst. My mom, Diana, working part-time at the library. My younger brother, Jake, and I never wanted for anything. We had annual beach vacations, birthday parties, piles of Christmas presents. Picture perfect, right? But then when I turned 15, the cracks started to show. Dad came home one day, his face etched with strain. He'd been laid off. 15 years of loyalty gone. Just like that, he was out. Mom immediately upped her hours at the library, but her small salary barely covered groceries, let alone our mortgage. "It's just temporary," Dad promised at dinner. "I'll find something better." But something better never materialized. Months bled into a year. The only jobs he could land paid a fraction of his old salary. His pride crumbled. I'd lie awake hearing him late at night, the cold glow of the computer screen illuminating his frustrated face as he scrolled through endless job listings. Mom worked herself to exhaustion, but the financial pressure was immense. Bills began to stack up, an unspoken monument to our growing anxiety. Our once lighthearted home became a place of hushed tension, punctuated by whispered arguments long after Jake and I were tucked into bed. By 16, I knew I had to step up. I got a job at the local grocery store, bagging groceries after school and all weekend. My first paycheck was barely $100. I handed it to my mom, bursting with pride. She said, "Oh honey, keep it for yourself." But I saw the relief flash in her eyes. "No, Mom," I insisted. "I want to help. We're family." That gesture of goodwill? It quickly morphed into an expectation. When the electricity bill arrived with a past due notice, Dad just looked at me. "Sophia, can you chip in this month, just until I get back on my feet?" I didn't mind at first. I piled on more shifts at the grocery store, then added a weekend job waiting tables at a diner. My grades took a hit, but I somehow clung to a solid B average, juggling nearly 30 hours of work a week on top of high school. By my senior year, I was funding my own clothes, school supplies, activities, and chipping in about $300 a month for the house. Dad had found a job, sure, but it was half his old salary. Mom was still at the library. Yet our finances never ever seemed to improve. What I didn't know then was the insidious secret. Dad had developed a gambling habit. He'd stop at the casino on his way home, utterly convinced he could win back everything we'd lost. Mom later confessed she knew, but felt utterly powerless. Each time, he'd promise it was the last time, only to be back at the slot machines and poker tables days later. Meanwhile, Jake, 3 years younger, remained blissfully oblivious to our struggles. Full story on the channel. Link below. Click now and watch what happened next.